Hi, it's Ken Cap. I hope you're all doing really well. I really miss you guys. As some of you might know, on a Tuesday I run a Woolcraft session over at the day centre where I teach members how to knit and crochet and embroider. We make hats, we make socks, and sometimes we do some unusual projects with wool. With that in mind, I thought it'd be a really nice idea for us to make a dream catcher together. So that's kind of what I've done, and I've put together a video for you guys going step by step how to make a dream catcher. I hope you all enjoy it, and I look forward to hearing from you all soon. Bye guys! Okay, so what we're going to need in order to make our lovely dream catchers is, firstly we need a hoop for the web to go onto. We're going to need string to make the web in the middle. We're going to need a wool. I've chosen this blue rope type wool to wrap all around the outside to make that look nice and pretty. I'm actually going to do something different with the dream catcher that we make today, because I'm going to make some woolly feathers to decorate the dream catcher with. So in order to do that, what we will need is some lollipop sticks. Skewers would be fine, but I've just got these, and a wool of whatever colour feather you want. I've gone for this yellow wool because I think it looks quite nice with this blue, and we will be needing a glue gun. Any sort of glue would work, it's just that this sets quite quickly and means I should be able to finish this dream catcher quite quickly. And then down here I've got a bag of charms that I can use to decorate the dream catcher with, and we will need some scissors as well to trim anything down. And one of the other things that I think is desperately needed is a hot beverage for any project. Right, let's get going. Okay, so what we do first is we wrap our hoop with our chosen wool. I've made mine into a smaller ball, just so it's a bit easier to manage. And what I did first was I tied it onto the top. Well, there isn't a top circle for a circle. I tied it to the circle so that there was a piece of excess string hanging down that will be the top of our dream catcher later on. So yeah, what we do first is we wrap this with our chosen wool. So let's do that. And so eventually our entire circle will be covered in wool that looks like that. So all of the circle is completely covered now with this blue wool, and what I've done is tied loose ends at the top, so this is how the dream catcher will hang when it is finished. So what we need to do now is to make the middle part of the dream catcher, so the actual web bit. So I've got some white string for this to go all in the middle. So what we do is start by tying our string to one part of the dream catcher, like that. And then what I'll probably do later is put a spot of glue on the back of this so it doesn't unravel at a later point. Okay, so we've got our first tie on there. Now what we're going to do is wrap our string around another point of the dream catcher, probably only like 3 fingers width though. Probably only 3 fingers width though. So what we're actually going to do is wrap it around like this and then loop it through so it is more secure. I'm just going to through there. There we go, and move it along to a good position. And then what we're going to do is that all the way around. So that's what it looks like after the first round of wrapping string all the way around. So that's the very start of our web. So now what we're going to do is the same but halfway through each of these webs here. So in between this point and this point is this bit here, and then this point here, and so on all the way around, and that will make the next one. So then what we're going to do is keep on going all the way around until we end up in the middle, hopefully. Let's find out. Okay, and this is me checking in partway through making the web. As you can see, just up here it looks a little bit different to where it does everywhere else. That's perfectly normal. Every dream catcher has a little bit just like that near the start of your dream catcher. So it should look something along the lines of this. And this is what your dream catcher will look like once you've gone all the way around lots and lots and lots and lots of times until you end up in the middle. So what I've decided to do, because this dream catcher is actually for my nephew, he's been asking for one for a while. I've selected some charms to go on the dream catcher. So there's a star there, a Pegasus and a wolf, and then what I want is for this moon to go in the middle of this dream catcher. So what I'm going to do is thread my string through one of these notches near the end, directly underneath where the hanging string would be, which is about here. Sorry, I know it's a bit difficult to see actually. So just about there in the middle is where I've decided to thread my moon. And then I'll put the thread through the hole, and then through the back of the dreamcatcher, like that. There we go. I'll make it a little bit loose so it can hang a little bit nicer. And then what I'll do is I will tie that off, and then I'll show you the end result. So I've finished tying my moon onto the dreamcatcher, and it's tied off at the back. I'll probably put a little bit of glue on it to make sure that the knot doesn't come undone at some point. But that is the dreamcatcher so far. Now I need to move on to the next step, which will be making our feathers to go on our dreamcatchers. Okay, just move my camera, hoping that that will help you guys be able to see what I'm doing just that little bit better. So I'm literally tying all of these on back here, but all of the tie knots on the same side. I'll show you on one that I've already done. So all of the knots are actually on this side of the feather, and then this is the side of the feather that everyone will be able to see once we're done making them. So yeah. Okay, so once you've wrapped a good amount of wool around your feather, it's then time to trim it. Just taking a little bit off the ends. It's about the right size, I think. Just making it a bit more even. And then there we go. And then last but not least, so yeah, we're just going to finish by trimming off these ones, and then you've got a feather. In this instance, we'll end up with 3. I might trim this one down a little bit more. Yeah, I'll probably trim this one down a little bit more. But yeah, that's our 3 feathers. And I will show you what to do next in a sec. Okay, so the next bit we're going to do is wrap string around our feather so that it can hang from our dream catcher like this. So you're going to need a long piece of string, wool, sorry, that is the same colour preferably as the one that you used to wrap your dream catcher with at the beginning. You're going to need your feather that you made, and you're going to need some glue. So what we're going to do first is put some glue on a large bit of the wool, making it really lovely and sticky, like that. So that's all sticky, a bit gross. Anyways, and then you are going to wrap it around the top part of your feather, like that, and probably put a little bit more glue on the back of my feather, like that. Okay, all wrapped around And what we're actually going to need to do is leave that to dry, especially if you're using PVA glue, otherwise it will unwrap. And then what we're going to do next, once they're dry, is hang them from our dream catcher from here. So we'll have one hanging down here, biggest one will be in the middle, and then the other small one will be on the other side. And then what I'm thinking of doing is attaching some more charms on our feathers somewhere, either on the string as it's hanging or on the actual feather, but I'll get to that once the glue's dried. Okay, so this is what your dream catcher will look like roughly when it's all finished. There we go. As you can see, I put the charms on there, and the moon one's all lovely in the middle. But that right there, it's a dream catcher. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed doing it, and I'd love to see your dream catchers. Alright guys, I'll speak to you later. Bye!